Hello, welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of March, was it 24th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 24th. 2021. Justice League came out over the week, or last weekend, and hopefully you guys watched that. I'll talk a little bit about it towards the end. And Falcon Winter Soldier also came out on Friday of last week, so I'll put a little talk about that at the end. But let's get to the pull list. First up, I have Action Comics 1029. So Action's coming back. We're going to see what's going on with, it looks like we're following Jonathan in it, so we'll see what happens there. Next up, we have Batman Black and White issue 4. I've actually been really enjoying the black and white stories that they've been putting out in these issues. So I do highly recommend, if you can track the issues down, pick it up, or when it eventually comes to trade, if it does, that you get a copy. Next up, we have a Batman Superman at number 16. We're just continuing the Batman trend, man. All the Batmans. Next up, we have Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn at number 6. Sean Murphy's Batman universe is amazing, and I cannot wait to see where we go with this issue. And more bats. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 1034. Basically, detectives coming back as well, and we have, bats. Lots of bats. Or at least Batman and Bat Family stuff. So, next up is Robert Kirkman's Die, 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 number 14. It looks like we got a nice Barack Obama there. Change in Hope, gonna lay a smackdown on somebody. Die, Die, Die is very brutal. I like it. I think the last issue came out in November, so it's not on a regular basis, but yeah, it's not too bad. Next up, we have a new number 1, and that's Harley Quinn at number 1. I cannot wait to dive in and see this iteration of Harley. I'm not a huge fan of the artist per se, but we'll see how I warm up to it, since, I like Harley. Next up is one for my son, and that's basically Star Wars Adventures number 4. He likes getting those Star Wars books. And finally on my pull list is a new number 1 from DC, and that is Teen Titans Academy number 1. Yes, we have Teen Titans Academy, and we have more of Red X. So strap in, because Future State didn't really even tell us who Red X is, so that's still a mystery. But we'll see what's in store for the Teen Titans Academy. I did pick up some variants this week. The first one I got was the Batman Black and White number 4 variant, as well as the other variant which had Two-Face on it. So those two are awesome, so I grabbed those. Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn, of course, had a variant, so I snagged that one. Oh, Harley Quinn had the most variants this week, and that's Harley Quinn number 1. Had a variant there. There was, of course, a blank variant. And then their team variant, which I cannot remember the guy's name off the top of my head right now, but he did the art for Final Fantasy. So he's been doing some comic book work, and he did the team variant for Harley Quinn at number 1. So I'm glad I snagged that one up. And there's also a Red X variant for Teen Titans Academy number 1, and that looks pretty cool. So that's it for my pull list. I do have a read list this week, and that's a Fox property, or formerly Fox property, but now a Marvel, or I guess Disney property, and that's Alien. So Marvel is producing Alien comics. It's by Philip Kennedy Johnson, so I'm curious to see what it is all about. The art's really good. It's Salvador Larraca. I'm horrible with names, but I'm gonna check it out, read it, see if it's worth it. I'm not necessarily going to pick it up, but I am looking at getting the omnibuses that are coming out for Predator and Alien that Marvel is putting out since they've acquired the license to basically print the comics. So I did get some hardcovers this week. First up is Black Label's Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. So this is, again, that magazine, wonderful odd size book, but yeah, I got the collection of that. When you have a handful of these, you can make a section. It's not so bad, but when they were first coming out, it was like, oh man, this sucks. But you know, it's not horrible, horrible. But that's out this week. And it's a big one, and it's one I've been hoping for, and that's the New 52 Swamp Thing Omnibus. Look at that bad boy right there. Like, this Scott Snyder Charles Soule run was just fantastic. This collects all of it. It also collects the Animal Man crossover stuff with Rot World. It also collects the Aquaman issue, all of the annuals, and the Future's End. So this is definitely, if you've been waiting to read Swamp Thing or want to read Swamp Thing and just like getting big things, this is for you. But yeah, super, super stoked that this came out. I've been hoping for it to come out for a long time, but I'm really happy it's out now. It's also previews week, so we get the new previews this week. And this is issue 391, April 21, for stuff on sale, I believe, June 2021. So there's Mark Millar's Jupiter's Legacy, which is coming to Netflix. Ooh. So yeah, but this is what you'll peruse through to do some pre-ordering for June. There is a Marvel previews, so you can grab that up. And the DC is just a poster, but it's a cool poster of at least Wonder Woman, or the new Wonder Girl. But yeah, that's the solicitation for DC. I heard through some channels, yeah, that I heard it on the grapevine, that DC's going to be bringing back their solicitation physically. They went with it all digital except for this little poster thing, which is a checklist, right after COVID hit and they transitioned over to Lunar. But I am guessing that they saw their numbers decrease heavily at order. You know, when you put in your first order for books at the end of every month. So I'm thinking that that might have affected it, because I don't even look at the DC solicitation previews anymore. I normally will check out whatever CBR or Newsarama or however, whatever news site posts the solicitations when they go up like a week or so before the previews comes out, or a week, or like Tuesday before the previews comes out. So yeah, I normally just scroll through that because it's super easy to scroll through that versus going to their DC Direct thing, which is horrible to navigate and really doesn't do any justice to the books. And it would be so much better just to be able to flip a physical thing. Yeah, it's destroying paper and stuff, but I mean, I recycle my previews when I put them down here in a box, and then once the next one goes in, the front one goes out to the recycle. So who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll get a physical DC solicitation down the road, but who knows? That's it for my pull list this week. I did watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. We talked about it on the Comics Conspiracy podcast, episode 493. We talked for about 3 hours. We did not go as long as the movie, which we normally do. I enjoyed it. There were things about it that I did not like. Zack Snyder tends to have stuff that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. If you have not seen it, I'm not going to spoil it here, but it's definitely worth a watch. It's something that I think, you know, it's a completely different movie, even though a lot of the scenes have some of the footage from the original Justice League, so with a Joss Whedon cut. So we'll see. Yeah, but if you hear singing in the background, it's because my daughter's singing in the bathroom, and she asked me specifically if the fan was going to be too loud, and apparently it's not the fan, it's my daughter singing that's too loud. She's still singing. So yeah, so check out Zack Snyder's Justice League. The nice thing about it is I actually was up Wednesday night at midnight and started watching it at midnight when it dropped, and I didn't have any problems with recording or with like it going out or whatever, or streaming. But they broke it up into chapters, and so that was nice because it gave me a moment to be like, ooh, maybe I should stop. I can stop here, or I stop here, because I'm not going to stay up till 4 in the morning to watch this thing. So yeah, so basically it's really good. You should do it, even if you don't do it in one sitting. You should basically try it. It's you can literally watch the first 30 or like the first part and get a sense of if you're going to like it or not. Falcon Winter Soldier also came out. I stayed up late on Thursday night when I was finishing up Justice League, and watched Falcon Winter Soldier. The first episode's good, but it's definitely a transition episode from the movie to the TV universe, and it's also expanding Falcon and Winter Soldier's kind of backstory or character development. So it's not this fast-paced thing that everybody thinks the show is going to be, but I think it's building to that. So I'm definitely super stoked to see it and see what happens with it. But yeah, you should definitely check out Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's pretty much it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want, you can leave a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you're picking up. If you have any questions, keep it nice. The internet can be a crappy place. Let's not add to, that Shea show. You can listen to me also on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. Like I said a little bit earlier, we just finished recording episode 493, where we talk Zack Snyder's Justice League in the entirety of the thing. So yeah, check that out. Again, link in the description below for that. You can help me and my fellow co-hosts, conspirators, out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to everybody who helps support this habit, I guess, this hobby. Thank you. It is much appreciated. You can also help me out a little more directly by going to any of the Amazon links here or at conspiratorbrock.com, as well as heading over to my eBay page to see what I'm getting rid of that you might like. And I'll give you a slight preview that the trades of Swamp Thing are going to go up in a set. So, yeah, because I don't need them. I have the ginormous thing and the single issues. So, they're really cool. The trades actually worked really well. I liked them, but I wanted to have a nice oversized hardcover. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can actually follow me on Twitter. Again, I don't have my normal, or my old handle, which was simple. It was just my name. It's BES Basement, so you can follow me there. I haven't appealed again, but I'm probably going to appeal and see if I can get that one back, but who knows. Twitter is going through a weird blocking thing for a lot of accounts for stuff, and I think that I just got caught up and nobody cares over there, so we'll see. But yeah, that's it. Go enjoy something, go watch something, go have fun, and I'll see you next week.